Hey everyone, it's Scott here from the fragrance channel Scott Aromatico. Welcome, I'm so glad you guys could join me. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 springtime affordable designer fragrances. If you guys want to find out which 10, then stay tuned. Welcome back. Once again, it's Scott here. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are in the right place. If you guys are a fan of anything having to do with fragrance-related content, such as top 10 videos, family fun videos, unboxings, top 10 countdowns like this one, then guys, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you guys get any value whatsoever out of today's video, then please go ahead and pound that like button as well and share the video with your friends and family. So let's go ahead and dive into my top 10. So these are in no particular order. These are just some of my favorite springtime freshies, and they're also all very affordable. And what I also thought I would do is as I spray each one, I'll tell you which YouTuber has inspired me to get this fragrance, because just about every one of these fragrances, with the exception of maybe one, was inspired by somebody from watching one of their videos. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So the first one I want to talk to you about, guys, is an offering from Lacoste. It's called Lacoste Blanc. And I first heard about this fragrance from Jeremy Fragrance. And guys, this is the perfect fragrance for the springtime. It's just cool, it's clean, it's crisp, and it's just one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and spray it on the test strip. Okay guys, what I really like about this fragrance in the opening is the grapefruit. So is bergamot, and you'll find grapefruit and bergamot used on the top of a lot of fragrances just because it's so sparkling and so fresh, and it's just a really beautiful opening. One of the things I like about this fragrance is they use a very expensive ingredient in this called ylang ylang, and it just gives this a nice earthy sweetness. Ylang ylang a lot of times has been compared to almost like a dirty banana smell, and that's kind of what you get with this fragrance. Mixed with the grapefruit, you get that little sweet, earthy, and it's just got some nice woodsy undertones. So once again, guys, this is one of my favorite fragrances. And it projects at about an arm's length, performs for about 2 to 4 hours. You're not going to get anything more than that. And so you kind of get what you pay for, so to speak, with some of these, but for the price, you can overspray and not feel guilty. So there you have it, Lacoste Blanc. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Now this offering is also from Lacoste, and this is called Lacoste L'homme. And I first learned about this fragrance from Dallas over at Chaos Fragrances. Pretty early on in my fragrance journey, I heard him talking a lot about this one, how it had a nice, beautiful citrus opening. So let's go ahead and spray this one. Oh yeah, man, I really love this one. It's almost like you're getting a blast of orange juice. It's got a beautiful opening, and one of the things that separates this fragrance is that rhubarb. It's just, I don't know, I really love the sweetness mixed with that sour citrus. It's just so beautiful. There's a little bit of vanilla in this. And of course, this one's also got a slight, woodsy undertone as well. It's just really slightly musky. It's just a beautiful fragrance. The star of the show in this is the orange. The citrus and the rhubarb is the star of this one. Again, sillage is moderate, projection is moderate, 2 to 4 hours, guys. They're not going to last all day. If you overspray, you might get a couple more hours, and I definitely am not a sissy sprayer. I spray the heck, I spray my hair, I spray the heck out of myself, I spray my shirt, I spray my skin, I spray my hair, and it'll last a little bit longer on you. So there you have it, guys. Fragrance X has this for about $32. Guys, that's not a bad price for this one. And if you like citrus fragrances, then I suggest this one right here. A beautiful offering from Lacoste L'homme. All right, so the next one I'm gonna be talking about, and I didn't learn about this one from any particular fragrance reviewer. This is an OG. I've known about this fragrance for a very long time. This one came out a long time ago, back when I was just a young kid. And this is called Davidoff Cool Water, and let's go ahead and spray this one. I know a lot of you guys know about this one. Like I said, this is the original gangster. This one is beautiful because it's got a nice little mint in the opening. It's aquatic, just gorgeous. There's a little bit of lavender in here as well. Of course, it's got that woodiness, a little bit on the musky side. And it's just a beautiful scent. Now, as far as, you know, it's just like the other two I've mentioned so far. You know, projection is kind of weak, and so is the sillage, at least on my skin. A lot of people compare this fragrance to Green Irish Tweed. I have not gotten my nose on that, so I don't know how close it is. But I do know that I like this fragrance, and it is gorgeous. And it's for a 4.2 ounce, it's only 16 bucks on Fragrance X. So you can't beat it. Like, that's Davidoff Cool Water, around 16 bucks it'll run you. All right, so the next fragrance we're going to talk about is from Davidoff as well. And this is a flanker, and this one is called Cool Water Wave. And I just recently purchased this one, and I'm so glad I did. Now, I did learn about this one from Ross over at TLTG Reviews. He does talk about this one quite a bit. And so let's go ahead and spray this one. This is the 2.5. Oh, now I really, really, really like this one so far. Out of all the ones I've sprayed, this one so far is my favorite. It's just got that same aquatic DNA that you'll find in Cool Water, but it's a little more fresher. There's grapefruit on the top as well. It's got a slight woodsiness. And of course the sandalwood in here makes this a little bit creamy, and you've got a little bit of earthiness from the patchouli. This one is compared to Invictus Aqua quite a bit. I own Invictus Aqua, so I went ahead and sprayed it, and it's pretty close, you know. I'd say it's about 80% of the way there. It's not all the way. I like Invictus Aqua a little bit better than this one. But guys, once again, I think I paid $15 for this fragrance, and it's so gorgeous. Now, as far as projection, you know, as far as longevity, once again, guys, just about every fragrance in here, you know, just is pretty moderate. So I just want to repeat myself because I know you guys like to know. And Cool Water Wave, I paid $15 for it at another site, but on Fragrance X, I saw it for $16. So not a bad little price if you want, you know, an inspiration of Invictus Aqua. So let's go ahead and keep it moving. We're going to stay in the Davidoff house. The next one we're going to be talking about is Run Wild. Every time I see that title, I always think, for some reason, I think of Bear Grylls. But anyways, I also learned about this fragrance from Ross over at TLTG Reviews. Whew, man, I love this fragrance. Now, I know a lot of you don't like sweet fragrances, so just to let you know, right off the bat, this is very sweet, and this is another fragrance that smells like Invictus, but it smells like the OG Invictus, the regular Invictus. Also, you can smell that cinnamon right away, and so it kind of also reminds me of Azzaro, Wanted by Night. Yeah, it really does with that cinnamon. I know you can smell a little bit of the ginger, but not too strong. There's lavender in this, and I absolutely love lavender in fragrances. It's a bit resinous as well from the fur that's in this, but guys, I love this fragrance, man. It's so fresh. It's so sweet, and I like those fragrances. You know, the tonka's blended in this really nice. Out of the fragrances I've talked about so far, I get a little bit above average on this one as far as sillage, scent trail, performance. So out of all the other ones I've talked about, this one has lasted the longest on me. And I really do love this fragrance. So right here, this is a good one, guys. Let's see, I think at Fragrance X, it's gonna run you somewhere about, I think, 36 bucks. So you can't beat that. I mean, it's a little high, but it's still, you know, in that cheap range. And if you buy it online somewhere, if you find it cheaper than Fragrance X, by all means, pull the trigger on it, because it's just a nice, fresh, you know, very sweet fragrance, perfect for the summertime, and it will definitely get you a lot of compliments for sure. All right, guys, so let's keep it moving. The next fragrance we're going to talk about, it doesn't need any introduction. I learned about this fragrance from Jeremy Fragrance again. This is one of the first fragrances I heard about from watching his channel. And of course, he makes the bullet point that this is the #1 seller on Amazon. You guys know it before I even show you. This is that amazing freshie, perfect for spring, perfect for summer. It's none other than Nautica Voyage. I put quite a bit of a big dent in this one because, to be honest with you, it's one of my favorite cheap designer fragrances, and it's just so gorgeous, and the price is so good on this, guys. I love the way this one smells. And as Jeremy says in all his videos, it's just, he always says that this one has that fresh, out of the shower, cucumber, shower gel vibe. I really do like this. It's aquatic. It has a green apple note in it, and you can smell the sweetness from that. Mimosa is also one of the ingredients in that, and from what I've been told, mimosa is kind of like a sweet, powdery, almost got a green, vibe to it. But I don't know, man, it just works. What's a fragrance without oak moss? I know oak moss is in there, and most of your freshies do have that in the ingredients. It's a bit musky, but man, I really love this one. My only complaint is that, man, I think it lasts for like maybe 1.5 hours on me, and I wish it lasted a lot longer. Now, I heard a tip from a lot of people that if I go ahead and spray Molecule 01 first, layer it with Nautica or with any freshie, that it'll make the fragrance last longer. I'd love to know if that's true. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have heard that, or if any of you have even experimented or tried it. Have you tried any of your freshies or any of your fragrances with Molecule 01, and has it really made them last longer? I've also heard the same rumor that if you use like lotion and apply the lotion first and then spray the fragrance, you'll get a little more longevity as well. I've not tried it yet, so maybe that's something I need to try and let you guys know in a video. But for those of you that do know, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, all right? So the next one we're gonna do is I've already done a review on this a few videos back. I did a really cool giveaway. This is another one of my favorite spring, summertime designer fragrances. And guys, this one is so nice. It's probably one of my favorites in this group, top 2 at least. And man, this is a really nice designer fragrance. Guys, it's none other than MontBlanc Legend Spirit. And again, I found out about this one from Jeremy as well. He's influenced me on buying so many of these fragrances early on in my journey. And this one is just so beautiful, guys. Whew, man, it's so good. Again, it's got bergamot up top, grapefruit on the top, mixed with a little bit of pink pepper as well to give it that spiciness. It's just aquatic, it's fresh, it's slightly musky. And again, one of my favorite ingredients is lavender, and I also love cardamom in fragrances. And guys, this one is just so nice. This is an inspiration of Invictus Aqua, and I said the wave was about 80%. I would have to say this one's about 90% there. They're very, very close, both of these. If you're looking for a nice inspiration of Invictus Aqua, then you can't go wrong with MontBlanc Legend Spirit. Man, it's so good. I wish the longevity was a little bit longer. I get about 4 hours of performance, and this one probably projects at an arm's length. But again, I get a little more projection on a lot of my fragrances because, like I said, I am an oversprayer for sure. So the price for MontBlanc Legend Spirit, it's about $34. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. So we're gonna stay in the MontBlanc family as well, or the MontBlanc house. Guys, today we're going to be talking about Starwalker. I absolutely love this fragrance. There's something just so calming about it. Guys, this one is just another beautiful fragrance in the house. It's just so calming. It's so unusual because it has that bamboo note. Now I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, that this one is very similar to Versace Manteau Fraiche, and you'd be right, but that bamboo does take it in a different direction. And I love both of those fragrances, by the way. They're both great for the springtime. I could have put Manteau Fraiche very easily in this, but it's a little more expensive than these fragrances I'm listing. That one's a little more in the high 40s, early 50s as far as price. Starwalker, you can pick it up for less than 30 bucks easily from Fragrance X or anywhere online. But again, the star of the show is the bamboo. It's slightly woody. There's a little bit of, you can smell that ginger in this as well. And there's some nutmeg. The amber makes it just a little bit on the warming side. But it's just really, really gorgeous. Nice calming fragrance. I like to spray this one on my wrists, before I go to bed, and it just helps me calm down when I go to sleep. That's right, you don't have to just wear fragrances going out or to work or to the gym. You can also wear them when you go to bed, because it's a known fact that fragrances can help calm you down and change your mood, and maybe even give you a good night's sleep. Who knows? So, like I said, under 30 bucks, this is a great pickup. And if you are looking for a fragrance that's very calming, you'll like this one. And the bamboo note in this is just so nice. All right, the next fragrance we're going to be talking about, and where did I did not tell you guys where I heard about this one. I can't remember which reviewer might have been talking about this one. It must have been Jeremy Fragrance, but I'm not sure, but I think that's where I heard about this one. All right, okay, so the next one we're going to be talking about is Acqua Essenziale Blu. And I heard about this one from Ross on my lunch break. I was watching one of his videos, and he was basically talking about how this one was very similar to Bleu de Chanel, And I think he said Dylan Blue. And he said if those two had gotten married, that this would be the child. I believe that's what he said. Or was it Sauvage? I can't remember. But anyways, this is in that blue fragrance vein. Guys, this one's pretty much a Swiss Army knife. You can wear this all year round, in my opinion. The longevity on this is a little bit more than 4 hours. Let me go ahead and spray it and just get that first initial impression. It's just beautiful, guys. There's ambroxan in this. It's got some lavender as well, citrusy on the top, you know, a little bit of woodsy undertones in it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Every time I wear this, my wife absolutely loves it. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this fragrance. I never feel bad about overspraying this one because it's like 32 bucks, give or take. You can find it cheaper than that and maybe a little higher than that as well. But again, the sillage is just above moderate. It's a little above average. You know, I don't get all day, but I can get 5 or 6 on this one, which isn't too bad. And this one projects really good, and you're gonna be blown away by how many compliments you get on this one. Pay 70 to 100 bucks for Chanel. This is a perfect fit for you, right at around the $30 mark. All right, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. So the next one we're going to be talking about is another gem from Azzaro. It's called Azzaro Chrome Pure. I love this one. It's crisp and clean and fresh, and you can tell that just by looking at the bottle. And I honestly don't remember if I've heard about this one from anybody. I think maybe Dallas? I think I might have just picked it up, but I can't remember anymore. I watched so many videos, especially early on in doing YouTube. I don't watch as many as I used to because I try not to get influenced by their videos so I can have my own thoughts, but I still watch every once in a while, especially the small channels. Wow, this one is just, again, I'm repeating myself, but it's clean, it's crisp. It's got a cooling effect on me. It's aquatic, citrusy, ozonic, you name it. Slightly woodsy. It's a little bit musky as well. I love it. This one though is, out of all of them, is really light on performance, but it is really, really beautiful. And I think this one, out of all of them, might be the highest one on here, but it lasts the least on me out of everything I don't know. I think this one and Nautica Voyage are neck and neck as far as how long they last. Nautica Voyage is 16 bucks and this one is 45. At least that's how much I paid for it. If you guys can find it cheaper, let everybody know down in the comments where they can find it. I got this one from one of my favorite places to buy fragrances out of Miami, and that's called Donatella Perfumes, and they're a great place to find some fragrances that are hard to find. So for 45 bucks, not bad. You get a nice citrusy aquatic fragrance with right at moderate or just below moderate performance. But I like it. It's fresh, it's clean, and I'm glad I have it in my collection, and I'll be wearing it a lot this summer. So there you have it. So that was 10. I'm gonna do one more for an honorable mention because I wanted to throw it in here. And I know for a fact, I never see anybody talk about this fragrance. No one ever posts a picture of it. No one ever reviews it. But that's Penguin Premium Blend, and the only person I've ever seen talk about this was way early was Dallas, and he loves this one because it's got a very beautiful citrusy opening, and he's right. It's gorgeous, and I am so glad I listened to him and bought this one because it's really cheap. I think you can find it somewhere at the rack stores. You can probably get it for 20 bucks, somewhere between 20 and 25, depending on where you look. Guys, don't sleep on this one. This is beautiful. You'll get some compliments out of this one. You'll really like the way this one smells, and I put a nice little dent in it already. This is called Penguin Premium Blend. Like I said, it's right around $25 according to Fragrance X. And the opening is so beautiful. There's bergamot, there's citrus. I know there's some lime in this. It's just aquatic, it's musky, it's super fresh, it's super ozonic. It doesn't last all day. I get 3 to 4 on this one, but it's so beautiful, guys. And it's just one of my favorite springtime summer fragrances. I've even put this in the refrigerator before and just kind of sprayed myself to get that cooling, refreshing, vibe as well. And I think I've heard Jeremy does that with, what is it, Fraiche, But I do it with this one, and it really helps, and it's just a nice, refreshing, cooling effect you get. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10, or as I should say, my 11 favorite fragrances for spring. These are all very affordable, guys. I think all these fragrances are just right under $300, or right at $300 for 11 fragrances. You can't beat that. If you're looking for a good way to spend $300, this is a good way to do it. You can get 11 fragrances on the cheap, and it's a great way to start a collection if you've got the money to spend, or you're looking to spend. I highly suggest all these fragrances if you're brand new, just getting started, or even if you've been doing this for a while. I know some of you guys are niche snobs. It's okay to have some of these freshie designer fragrances in your collection, because then when you're running errands, you can just grab them and spray, and you don't feel guilty about the price. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all your support. Guys, remember to be yourself, as long as yourself smells good.